Hello everyone, my name is Nick. Welcome back to week 30 of Sailing for Not Quite Crew, day 1, and welcome to week 30, yes. It's the first time that in this series actually I made it to week 30, which is not something that's just that massive in grand scheme of things, but just still kind of crazy to think about. I started this series 30 weeks ago, and soon, like a few 20 weeks later, soon this series is going to be 1 year old. Assuming that Alison's show up, so it's a crazy thing to think about. So anyway, I'm going to be starting this day as always by putting some resin to condemn resin. As today I don't really plan to do anything. I'm just gonna just chillax, I guess. Just taking a nice day off, just doing what I usually do by coming here, claiming my 90 Primo gems. Thank you so much. Also coming over here, claiming the rewards for the dailies.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
You're very much welcome. But before I do go and finish the day, actually, Spiral Abyss actually resets, so I'm gonna be over here, climbing some Primo gems for floor number 9, which I totally did. Where do I claim the rewards for the Primos? Oh, there we go. Tomorrow, floor 10, and then floor 11. This is also a new event that just started now, not this one, although actually, which is homework. Apparently when I did the stream for the last week's event, apparently I said a bit of this. And I can just, invite someone. So basically I get some not only do I get a free character, but some free wish materials. Assuming I choose one of these two, because then I get a free wish. But since I don't have C6 Sucrose, I'll invite Sucrose, and then finally have my Sucrose at C6. I should probably start doing this as above some of my other characters. You have like Sucrose, Official, all these other bobs. And especially like Mona. Maybe after there's gonna be another video on Mona. C6 Mona finally has reached a true form or something. I don't know. These are just food for thoughts. Yeah, that's gonna be it for day 1. Moving on to day 2 right about now. Hello everyone, my name is Nick and welcome back to day 2 of Sailing for Not Quite Crew. Day 2, week 30. I think as I said day 2, I think I lost myself somewhere in the intro. And as I said yesterday, I'm going to be doing the floor 10, and then the next day I'm going to be doing the floor 11. But for now, I want to put some resin because whenever I do one of these end games, it doesn't count towards my daily count, so I have to, do my dailies this way, do them regularly for them to count. So I'll just quickly do that, and I will move on to the Spiral Abyss. Alright, let's see what kind of horrors are waiting for me in here. Alright, what enemies are we dealing with now? Still about the same, still about the same, still about the same. Aha. I think I know what kind of teams actually I'm going to be using, but that's for me to decide and for you to find out right now with a montage. And that is floor 10 done. Tomorrow I'm going to be doing floor 11, and just I got nothing else. I lost myself somewhere essentially as I was trying to. I actually don't know what I was trying to say. But before I finish the day, I need to also claim what's for for my dailies.
Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
Hi.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
You're very much welcome.
Behold the false moon's fall!
Make yourselves a move! Hey!
Enter!
Surge!
So you'd rather wallow in this rotten, decaying world?
And anyway, that's going to conclude day 2. Moving on day 3 right about now. Hello everyone, my name is Zach. Welcome back to Candyland for week 30, day 3. And as I said yesterday, I'm going to be doing floor 11 of Spiral Abyss. But not before doing, something which I've been doing always. Is most residents come amazing because for some reason whenever I do end-game content, it doesn't count toward the daily, so I had to do that first. But Spiral Abyss, I think you can wait for a bit longer as, to be fair, I actually haven't completed the trial today for Skirk. I'm still kind of confused to show how these trials completion work. Whether if I have to do it once and I can get rid of some of the character shops, or if I'm going to have the character somewhat build. Because I mean, I did a Dahlia build. I definitely have. I literally just finished building Candace's weapon. I have her build, so it's kind of confusing on how these trials builds. But I want to do, I'll quickly want to do Skirk's, not Skirk's, Escoffier's trial, and then we'll move on to floor 11. Which, by the way, that's going to be in the same kind of montage. I'm not going to cut it. Oh no, we're doing Spiral Abyss, just to clarify it. Anyway, just put the music on at this point. Alright then, so that's floor 11 done. I'm gonna go over and climb out rewards for it. Just out of curiosity, what's in floor 12? This doesn't look too bad. Okay. I don't know, I'm having mixed feelings about this one. Mixed feelings, there's a local legend in here, which I don't quite know how to deal with. This doesn't look as bad. This will look durable. Maybe for 2 stars for each. I don't know, I'm just gonna double make sure essentially what I'm seeing devices, because if that's the one essentially that requires a cryo, then I could be kind of in trouble. But enough about that. Time to go over, claim what for the trial which I did half a year ago. Trial which I just did now, just also these ones for just for the sake of it. And claim rewards for my dailies. As though claiming a reward for dailies.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
You're very much welcome. Anyway, that's going to be it for day 3. Moving on to day 4 right about now. Hello everyone, my name is Zach. Welcome back to day 4 of St. Not Quite Crew. And welcome to day 4 of, St. Not Quite Crew, if it wasn't obvious. Because I forgot I already said that, even seconds ago. Today is going to be kind of short, as actually I'm not on a lot of time. I kind of have one to record this, then, hit the bed as soon as possible. I've been playing... I want to say I've been playing way too much Fortnite, but I've been actually playing, majority of Fortnite today. Whenever I've been hopping on games, it was Fortnite, as the new season just dropped, and I have to say, it's pretty good. The season is pretty good. If you talk about gameplay-wise, the V-Bucks changes, not so much. But you're going over here and collecting some Puma Gems, rewards for it, and collecting the reward for, doing the dailies.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
You're very much welcome. Anyway, that's going to be the end of day 4, moving on to day 5 right about now. Hello everyone, my name is Zach. Welcome back to day 5 of St. Not Quite Crew. Once again, a short day, as I'm not gonna lie, Fortnite Season 2 of Chapter 7 is just that addicting. At least the gameplay wise is actually that good. I know the changes that Jay made, like for example the V-Bucks changes, were not great, and I'm not saying they were. I dislike them changes too, but the gameplay-wise, pretty good. Even the Blitz. Blitz is so good now, right now. I know this is supposed to be like the Genshin video, but as I'm actually recording this, I kind of want to use this, kind of talk about this shoot, whatever the hell is happening. I kind of, talk about stuff that are happening with like in the different games or something. And Fortnite, gameplay wise, pretty good, pretty good. I would say so myself. It's pretty good. I like it. It's possibly as good as Chapter 6 Season 1, but it's just
Ad
been.
Astra Abyssosk. Welcome to the Adventurers Guild.
But it's just been like not even a day since the season came out, so I want to give it a bit more playthrough. Want to play a bit more, then essentially if I like it as much as season 1 of Chapter 6. Maybe they'll give it an update situation where it just turns season fucking unplayable. So I don't know.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
You're very much welcome. And that's going to be it for day 5. Movements day 6 right about now, unless I decide to do some I don't know, exploring later on. Okay, so it's day 6 of Saving for North Korea Crew week 30. And once again, I was just thinking of putting some resin into Condemned Resin, but do you know what? I mean, I'm still going to be putting resin into Condemned Resin in this day. But I'm going to be doing it differently. But I mean, by that, essentially, I have like full resin cap, and I can exactly put more resin to Condemned Resin, plus I have like full resin, so... Well, I think I'm doing essentially first of all be using all of the resin which I have, then putting some into Condemned Resin, and then going again. Point of today is that I'm not allowed to end this day until I've used every single part of resin which I have. That's what people could essentially get some victory royales as yes, the reason I kind of tapped out all the resin and the reason which you're kind of doing this is because Fortnite's been getting like ticking over, so but anyway, that's gonna be it from me, and now it's time to cut to the music montage.
Time stops when I'm falling for you. The world stops spinning. My head is spinning too. Time stops when I'm falling for you. Should I stop or are you falling for me? Is your world stop spinning? Is your head spinning too? Should I stop or are you falling for me? Is your world stop spinning? Is your head spinning too? My heart stopped when I first saw you. My world stopped spinning. Now my world revolves around you. Did your heart stop when you first saw me? Did your world stop spinning? Does your world revolve around me? Me too. Me too. Should I stop or are you falling for me?
And after all that, I can finally come up with kind of claim awards for the dailies, which I actually did instead of just putting them into Condemned Resin and calling it a day. Now it's time to claim awards for the dailies.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
You're very much welcome. Anyway, that's going to be it for day 6. Moving to day 7 right about now. It's just pretty much going to be a rehash of, not last week, but a week beforehand. Well, I'm probably going to make maybe 8 or 9 wishes. Maybe not even that. Well, anyway, move on to that day. Hello everyone, my name is Egg and welcome back to day 7 of Saving for North Korea Crew week 30, and are you surprised? We're going to put some resin to them and call it a day. Hands up of who's surprised. Huh, weird. That would be none of you. But I'm going to go over here and I'll claim, my dailies, and the rewards for my dailies.
Thank you for completing today's commissions. Here is your reward.
You're very much welcome. And right now I'm gonna go and calculate how many Primogems wishes I made this week. Okay, last week I was on 155 wishes. This week I'm on 162, which means I made 7 wishes this week. Again, like it seems like almost back to back, except for last week, but it would have been almost back to back making 7 wishes, which, bro, I'm not complaining. I mean, I still like I have stuff to do, so you know, it's not like essentially if the stuff is gone, that kind of it. It just has happened this week, and considering the new season drop for Fortnite, I don't think it's bad. As I just ultimately confirmed before essentially I end this segment up. This week we're on the 45 wishes, and last week we also on 45. So yeah, indeed, only 7 wishes this week. But next week I'm actually going to make sure that I make a little bit more than 7 wishes. So, you know, stay tuned for that. For week 31, as next week I'm planning on doing some more exploring of the new North Korea region, North Korea region that came out last patch. Doing some like the events, like the one essentially with the fun guy. And, you know, possibly even more, depending essentially what I drop next week. If I do it next week. But these are at least 2 plans which I'm actually planning to do, you know, for next week. But anyway, that's going to be today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed. I hope you guys will be sticking around for more. When I'm going to be saving for Not Quite Crew. See you guys next time.